3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the most mentally stable podcast on the planet. With your hosts, me, David Loving, and this guy, Karl Williams.
I saw our intro. I don't remember how or where I saw this, but I found our intro to the 4th of July episode, like, way back when.
God.
Where we, like, switched seats and did 3, 2, 1, and then like, it's me cracking a beer, and there's 4th of July decorations everywhere,
There
and
was
I'm
this
shirtless.
episode that we did in our younger days. Before this was the Nobody Loves You podcast. For the handful of you who've been here for a while, you know we've probably talked about it. We used to be called See Ya Dude until our name got bought from us. And we became unbelievably rich. It's how we bought this house in the Hollywood Hills. And that's why we're so rich and famous. But we did an episode on the 4th of July many years ago in my childhood bedroom where Karl and I drank as many Budweisers, Bud Heavies, not Bud Lights, as we could. We like set an alarm on an Alexa, and every time Alexa went off, we had to like shotgun a beer. And like the timing, the timing got like shorter and shorter each time. So like first one was like 5 minutes, next one was 4 minutes, next one was 3 minutes, and we just went off, and we were trying to be funny. I thought it was hilarious, but
we just were trying to be as vulgar and like inappropriate as possible. But like we were
misconstrued for hate speech, but I thought it was funny.
We were like 20 and 21 years old or something like that. So just
we were like 19 and 20, yeah.
Yeah, just fucking ripping beers.
What? What's the internet gonna do? Arrest me?
True. But
now I'm a much older and more mature podcaster. I understand now that it's not becoming.
You're so eloquent with your speech.
Yeah, it's not.
You're a poet.
I am a poet, and I do know it. Some people don't know it, that they're a poet. I'm well fucking aware. Cool. You know what I did today? You dumb fucking asshole.
What? Yes.
I went to the Hammer Museum.
The Hammer Museum?
The Hammer Museum.
Where's that?
It's like near UCLA. It's one of my like weekly outing things by myself. Pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool.
What kind of museum is it?
It's like an art museum. It's not a museum of hammers. It's just...
I didn't think it was a museum of hammers. I
low-key thought it was.
I was curious if it was is it all paintings? Is it sculptures and paintings?
There's this I totally forget the guy's fucking name. Anyway, I was originally supposed to go to the Getty, but the Getty was sold out. Like, you have to reserve tickets. It's free, but you have to reserve tickets. And I got there, and they're like, you're fucked. And I was like, okay. So I go to the Hammer Museum, and there's this Filipino artist that died, and one of his big things was kinetic art. So it's like machines that he built.
Sick.
It's super cool. He made this like thing and like rotated and moved sand. Also, he had this little flower-looking thing that was like a light bulb in the center, and then when the light bulb lit up, the metal looked like petals of a flower kind of came up. It was really interesting. So that was the main exhibit. I also did some Van Gogh paintings there, which
cool.
It was funny because I was drawn to a couple paintings when I was just like looking. And I was like, that one's really cool. And then when I went close, I was like, oh, shit, it's Van Gogh. And then same thing. I was like walking through the rest of the exhibit. And I was like, that one's cool over there.
David Madala? Is that his name? David Madala.
Yeah. And I was walking through the rest of the museum. And I was like, oh, that painting's cool. And I came up, I was like, oh, it's another Van Gogh.
Sick.
It's like one of those situations that you're like, there's a reason this guy's fucking sick, you know? It's kind of like the first time I ever heard Cool Cat by Queen. I was on Discover Weekly, just scrolling through, right, trying to find some good songs. And Cool Cat came on. If you know Cool Cat, it doesn't really sound like Queen. And I was like, fuck, this rocks. Like, who the fuck, what fucking band is this? And then I was like, oh, of course, it's fucking Queen.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even, because some of the time, sometimes
The greats really are great sometimes.
the greats really are great, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of the time you know that they're going to put out good music, so you kind of give them the benefit of the doubt no matter what. And then sometimes you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
This Van Gogh, that motherfucker's a hit factory.
That happened to me the other day when we were at our friends, and I had never heard of the group that Tom York and Flea have together. Was Atoms for Peace.
Yeah.
But like that was fucking crazy. And then I was like, "Who is this?" He's like, "Oh, it's Tom York and Flea." And I was like, "Of course it is.
Sometimes
Why
they're
would it
just-
not be Tom York and Flea?" Yeah.
This guy that David, how do you say his last name?
Madala?
Madala. He was in some like hippie commune in Europe, like a fucking theater art. It was like an experimental theater commune, and it got shut down because they were doing acid and shit. But
That'll get you killed in the Philippines.
they were in Europe for that. Yeah, you can't do that there.
No.
They don't fuck with drugs.
They'll murder you for being a suspected drug user.
But a lot of the performances that they were doing, they just had Super 8 film of it.
Whoa.
I'm like,
Creepy.
it was really cool though. It was really cool. It was like performance art, and that's I think I sometimes go down a rabbit hole of performance art on YouTube. You ever do that?
Yeah, the snare drum guy is my focus.
No.
No, I don't, to be honest.
Like, it was big in the olden days, in like the fucking 70s. I feel like in the 80s, I feel like I saw a bunch of stuff. Like there was one where like this woman just was like, I'm going to be in this room and anybody can do anything they want to me. And like, oh, it's like performance art. I guess maybe I took it as commenting on like human nature. You can imagine. I think the crowd itself put a stop to it when somebody put a gun to her head. Like they were gonna they put a gun like up to her head, like cut off all her clothes. It was like super weird.
I don't love that.
No, but I've seen some cool.
Made me like anxious.
Yeah.
Just like thinking about
fuck.
Dude.
There was some that I was like, oh, that is so fucking cool.
God, could you imagine if that, like, what people would have done in that context if they thought that it was just the two of them in private or something like that? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, if people were willing to fucking cut her clothes off and put guns to her head and it was a public fucking performance. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Like, there's this one, I just saw a photo of it.
That's
Two people tied themselves together. And they just, if I'm remembering correctly, maybe one of you listening knows what I'm talking about. Oh, here it is. They tied themselves together, and I'm trying to see how long they did it for. Oh, it was fucking Yoko Ono. Oh, never mind. I don't like Yoko Ono. Boo, Yoko Ono. Either way, it was like maybe it was her. Two people tied themselves together for like 6 months or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And that's what I was like, whoa, that's wild. Because the performance art in theater, you're selling tickets, right? And you're doing that. Or performance art, like, oh, I'm going to go here to this location and do this performance. Come watch it. Cool.
Yeah.
But that was like, they did it in private. That's pure art. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's just like, okay, we're just going to do this thing because it's sick. And that's what I liked about this.
So you'd say you're a Yoko Ono fan? You're a fan of her performance art?
No.
Mm.
Boo.
Boo. Boo, she ruined the Beatles.
She ruined the Beatles. Yeah, but that's what I liked about this exhibit I saw today was that
Could you imagine being? Hold on, I'm sorry. Could you imagine being John Lennon and Yoko Ono's kid, and just for like 50 years, just hearing everybody be like, "Fuck your mom, she sucks. She ruined the Beatles."
do they have kids?
Yeah.
Let's find out what the fuck they're doing with their lives. Okay, let's see. Yoko Ono's children.
I know they have one son at least.
Sean Ono. Yoko had her first child, Kyoko Chan Cox, with American film producer and art promoter Anthony Cox. Her second child, Sean Taro Ono-Lennon, was born in 1975. All right, let's find out what Sean Ono does. He's a musician.
Oh, yes,
Whoa.
quite.
This guy looks... Jesus
Like,
Christ.
he looks like an Asian John Lennon.
No, he looks like... I'm not going to put a photo up. Just Google him. He just looks like 2013 to the fucking max. God, I hate that fucking big hat, purple fucking skinny jean looking motherfuckers. I can't stand that look. That fucking mustache on the side of the finger. Fucking roar dinosaur fucking bumper sticker. God, that's like my least favorite thing in the world.
You're running away from your identity as a middle schooler.
See, I never had that. Like, I was there and I saw it.
You had a Neff beanie every now and again.
Whoa. I did have a Neff beanie, but that was sick. Neff beanies were sick.
We all did cringy shit.
I don't think I ever wore purple skinny jeans.
The 2010s.
I never did.
No, you didn't.
I didn't do purple skinny jeans.
I'm not.
And the Neff hat was the early part of like that hipster thing, I think.
It's really crazy when you see somebody wearing a beanie half off their head now in 2024. It's like, damn, bro.
There's nothing worse than some dude who's like 35 and trying to dress cool and hip, but they're dressing cool and hip like they used to dress cool and hip.
Like 2013.
It makes you look so old.
Yeah.
If you're just like...
I mean, that's how it's always been, you know? It's just now
guess.
it's the generation that we kind of like... Now it's starting to be the generations that we perceived as young for so long. And now they're not. We're not really anymore. Like, we're
old.
are.
I'm about to turn 27. Hey, it's my birthday next week when we record this episode.
Wait.
We'll have a birthday celebration. I'm turning 27. I'm done. It's over for me.
He's going to die.
It's over for me. All right.
David, for context, ladies and gentlemen, David likes to do this thing where like he just...
I've been convinced that I'm already 27 for 3/4 of a year now.
David's relationship with time is entirely inspired by anxiety and dread.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Hold on, let me finish.
No, it's not.
Well, it'll be like March, and David will just start saying, "Summer's over."
It is.
No.
Let me explain myself. And this is where I get a little bit... Hang on. Actually, go ahead. Explain. I'll be right back.
So, it bothers the shit out of me because I just like to enjoy the time as it comes. And, hey! What the fuck? Why are you doing this?
Go Dodgers.
What do you mean? They're playing the Phillies today.
I know. So I got myself a Dodgers hat.
Why?
I'm going to be a Dodgers fan now.
You fucking sellout.
I don't give a shit. Look, it's got the fucking Japanese flag on it.
For Shohei?
Yeah. That guy... He's just a
Shohei?
designated hitter, right? His job is just to come out there and fucking hit
he's
dingers?
like one of the best fucking pitchers ever, but he's something with his
shut
contract.
up. I don't want to hear about baseball. Anyway,
You asked, dickhead.
all right, so here's what I'm talking about when it comes to summer's over. Let me explain myself because I'm sick and fucking tired of Carl getting pissed off at me.
I understand it.
No, you don't.
Yes,
no, you
I
don't.
do.
I know you don't because you just said it's based in dread and anxiety, but it's actually not. It's actually the most positive fucking thing you can say. When I say summer, this is what it's. So it is August.
Well, you never say it when the conversation is positive. You always say it in a negative context.
It means it's It means seize the day, Karl.
Yeah, but you're saying it's already over.
No.
That's not the same thing.
No. That's the problem. It's the words say it's over, but I know it's not actually over. What the words mean is, did you do something today that's memorable for the rest of your life?
Yeah, but you also will go, no, you're not going to do that because it's already fucked. It's already over.
Because
you can't
you won't.
plan it. You can't plan it, so it's done.
It's not about
you
not
have done that.
It's not about not planning it. When I say it's done, you're not going to do it. It's not because it's physically impossible for you to do it, but the talking, saying like, yeah, I think this summer I'm going to. If you're having that conversation in the middle of July, your ass isn't going to fucking do it. It means you fucking dilly-dally this long. You're probably going to dilly-dally another fucking 2 months.
Yeah, but that's fucking stupid because then you're just discouraging whoever you're talking to from even executing in the first place because you're like, whatever, you're not going to fucking do it anyways. You're like, oh, fuck.
That's not how I work, because when someone says you're not going to do it, I don't go, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but you speak in such again, you're very matter of fact. So if you're like, nah, that's stupid, you're not going to do it, then why the fuck would somebody not take you seriously?
You can take me seriously all you want, but don't you have a little bit of spite under your fucking ass to make you want to do something?
Usually, especially not when one of my most trusted people in my life says that's dumb, you're not going to do it.
I never say that's dumb, you're not going to do it.
Yes, you do.
Name one thing. Name one fucking thing.
You, David Loving.
Name one
and your
fucking thing.
Fucking citations.
You can't do that. It's bullshit. You can't tell me that I've done that and not be able to give me a fucking example. I've never said that's dumb, you're not going to do that. I'm sure I have said, you said, I want to do this, and I go, well, summer's over, so that means get the fuck on it or shut the fuck up about it. That's what it means.
That's negative.
I take it as a very positive philosophy. It means seize the day. It means summer's over. It means what are you doing? It doesn't mean give up. It means, hey, summer's over. Like, time is fucking moving. Make sure when you wake up tomorrow, you grab life by the fucking pubes and you fucking munch down. You got to grab life by the fucking pubes.
Yeah, but there's a lack of encouraging.
You don't need to adopt the philosophy. It's my fucking philosophy.
Yeah, but you say it to me all the fucking time.
Just because we live together, you just hear me saying things to myself. You're clipping.
It's not to yourself.
You're clipping the mic, by the way. Anyway, Deadpool, everybody. We saw Deadpool yesterday. So. Oh, by the way, Karl's prediction was wrong about M. Night Shyamalan.
Hold on, just one thing at a time.
We're gonna hit this because it's his open and shut case. Karl was wrong.
I was wrong. Whoever commented the twist is the whole movie is to promote M. Night Shyamalan's daughter's music career. You were right.
Funny comment.
But yeah, no. I mean, the fucking spoiler alert for anybody that wants to see Trap. The dad is the murderer, and he does just get away. Pretty cool. Well, he doesn't necessarily get away. They arrest him, but then the last thing is he's like chuckling to himself as he gets his handcuffs unlocked in the back of the fucking police car.
So the plot twist is he's a lockpick? He's a locksmith?
I don't know. Yeah, he fucking gets out of the handcuffs, and I guess he's going to fucking bust out.
Anyway, so Deadpool. What do you give it? 1 out of 10. 10 being like Civil War. Karl and I are both big Marvel fans. And I understand that Deadpool is kind of separate from Marvel. I wish they kept it a little more separate. They really brought it in with the spoiler alert. It's coming. I'm just going to spoil everything. So if you are going to see Deadpool, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
But so they bring in like the TVA, and I know Deadpool addresses it in the movie and says like, hey, can we just be done with the multiverse thing? It flopped. Let's just move on from it, which I respect the shit out of, because leading up to that point, I didn't think they were going to mention it. And I was like, fuck this shit. I'm done with the multiverse.
To be honest.
But they still did the multiverse thing.
Yeah. Well, they can't get rid of it. It's like that's the major plot of like Secret Wars and all that, which is what they're going with. Like, that's their plan. But they have to find a way to salvage it and make people understand it and enjoy it. But the way they've done this first phase is just be like, they're literally just showing us so much shit from so many different universes, and nothing seems to matter because it's like, whatever. But the core takeaway plot-wise that simplifies the multiverse thing is the anchor being concept.
That was good.
That's an important aspect of Secret Wars as well.
Hold on. I don't want to talk about the MCU. Let's talk about the movie.
Yeah. I want to say that it is starting to take shape a little bit. But my problem hasn't been the multiverse as much as it's just been so many different stories that have nothing to do with each other. Not even that they have to do with the multiverse. It's just like, holy fucking shit. Okay. Why do I care about Miss Marvel? And then all of a sudden, Scarlet Witch.
I was really excited,
backstory.
though. I was excited for Deadpool to just be a fucking its own thing. I was ready for them to be like, okay, Deadpool is one of the movies that we don't have to worry about bringing it in. We don't have to worry about any of that. Like, we're just going to do it, and it's just going to be separate, and we're just going to deal with it.
Did you not? I mean, the TVA was in the trailers. Like,
I didn't really watch any trailers. The only trailer I saw was like the original one when like fucking Hugh Jackman is just walking down the stairs in the background.
Yeah.
But besides the fucking MCU bullshit, let's talk about the movie itself. The dialogue was Disney-ified. 100%. They still did the raunchy shit. He still made jokes. They still cursed. I heard some cunts, some fucks. And then, they made the joke. They're like, oh, we can say everything, but we can't do cocaine on screen. But I don't know. For example, when Blind Al was talking about cocaine and they were going back and forth and giving the different names for cocaine, it felt like a fucking teenager wrote it.
Yeah.
It felt like a teenager wrote it. And it was like raunchy humor, but it's like they hit the marks and then like quickly got away from it. It's like, cunt, okay, and then move away from it. Cunt, fuck, move away from it. And then also, my other point is that I know Deadpool is supposed to be happier in this one. He's supposed to be like growing up and growing a heart 10 times its size like the Grinch. But Deadpool used to be this guy who was so fucking jaded and sarcastic that nothing could penetrate his fucking jokes. And even in the most serious of situations, even if he felt the emotion, he was still throwing jokes on top. This one, he was like really feeling the situation. Like in the moment when Wolverine and him are debating who's going to go in and like sacrifice himself. Before, he would have definitely been still making fucking jokes. He was less like jaded about everything. It just felt very silly this time around. It didn't feel like the same Deadpool. It didn't feel like the same character. I know there's character development, so he's supposed to move forward. I would, if you go back and watch 1 and 2, I'd be willing to bet they are leaps and bounds better than that third one.
How did you like the fight scenes?
I liked the fight scenes. Oh, the funniest thing in the world was when they showed up. Chris Evans showed up. Chris Evans shows up, and you think he's gonna be Captain America. You're like, "Whoa, Captain America!" And then he goes, "Flame on!" Because fucking Chris Evans played what's his face?
Human
Fight
Torch,
scenes.
Johnny Storm. I thought.
Shout out to Jake Sarr for his fucking first standalone credit in the fucking credits. Scrolling down, he was a visual effects coordinator.
I thought that. I thought a lot of the fights were like kind of lackluster, like not as cool. Like
the opening scene?
I liked the opening scene, and I liked the first fight with Deadpool versus Wolverine in the Void when they first get there. But then like Wolverine and Deadpool versus all the Deadpools was just like there was so much going on. You couldn't really see like a lot of the individual details and choreography that were happening. And then the fucking fight scene in the Void with where they're like trying to get the helmet onto fucking what's her face, and there's Elektra, Gambit, Blade, and X-23 fighting. Like, I feel like I wasn't able to like follow what was going on. It was like super shaky and it wasn't a lot of, it didn't feel like there was a lot of like detail oriented on the actual movements and choreography. And then it was just like a lot of like CGI fucking craziness happening all at once on the screen, which is like happens like in Avengers Age of Ultron. There's like, you have like all of the robots like trying to get to that fucking thing and each person is individually doing something different, but they like slow it down. It was really like cool and sick. Oh. But this felt like it was just fucking so chaotic.
You know why?
And there wasn't anything like to really like sink your teeth into on screen.
You know why? It's the same problem that I have with everything that Marvel has been doing recently. They've taken Marvel originally when it was sick. Like, the first Iron Man is a sick movie.
Yeah.
Deadpool, the first Deadpool and the second Deadpool are fucking sick because they're rooted in reality. They make it ridiculous, but it's still rooted in here. Earth. Our universe, right?
Sure.
Tony Stark just builds this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool, there's this super serum or whatever, but like that makes him a mutant. But it's, to get there, they torture him and he doesn't have superpowers. I mean, he does, but like, it's not magical. Everything was a little bit more rooted in reality. And I feel like that was reflected in a lot of even the fight choreography. That first Deadpool was, he was cutting bullets in half, but there was no magic world.
That's the fucking X-Men Origins Deadpool, where he can cut bullets in half. And they make fun of that, where he tries to do it in Deadpool 2, and then he just ends up covered in bullet holes, which is fucking hilarious.
But you know what I'm saying? It's magical now. They're in magical worlds with fucking. It's a little much.
Yeah, but like
maybe I'm just turning 27 next week, so I'm just over these fucking movies.
But like the first Doctor Strange is not based in reality whatsoever, and it's fucking sick.
And it was sick. Maybe I'm just getting old.
Yeah. But I just feel like this movie was very, We got shit. I felt like the fighting in this movie was very like Tarantino, where it was like, okay, let's just splatter blood everywhere, but we're not actually going to like. And Tarantino has a lot of really good choreography in his movies, but just like it was very gory, but I was like not actually seeing anything that I thought was like that fucking sick. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Like the Captain America movies, like when he fucking drop kicks somebody and they like go like flying, it's like, damn, he just hit that guy hard as shit.
Yeah. Anyway, I give the movie, it's the worst Deadpool.
Yeah. But it was still really fun. We really just picked apart all the bad shit, but I had a good time. It made me laugh a lot.
It made me laugh somewhat. It didn't make me laugh as hard as the first two. I give it on a scale of 1 to 10, Fantano style.
Fantano style?
You know what I'm saying. 5?
Yeah. Sure.
Maybe
6, maybe.
A light 5 to a decent 4. That's what I give it. I didn't really 5. I give it a 5. It's a 5. It's a 5. It's a 5. Anyway, go Dodgers. And go fuck yourself.
Why are you a Dodgers fan?
I don't fucking know. I'm not. I don't like baseball.
So you just wanted the hat?
I just wanted to fucking piss you off.
You bought that hat to make me upset?
And guess what it did?
I mean, it doesn't actually make me upset, but if you just wanted the hat, that's okay.
You know what makes Karl upset? Summer's over, guys. It's already fucking August 5th. 6th. Or 6th?
Summer ends September 21st.
Yeah.
We have 7 weeks left of summer.
Yeah, suck my fucking dick.
7 more weeks of summer. Everybody, go to the beach. Have fun. Goodbye.